be a comment question. You guys should get a prompt that this is recording, and we will kick things off. So welcome, everybody. My name is Tariq from Event Hawk, and I'm joined by the one and only Tim back here from Inflatable Office. And this is Google Ads and Inflatable Office and how you can use the two to really kickstart your party rental business and take it to new heights. So with that, I'm going to turn around to Tim Beck, and we'll go from there. Go ahead, Tim. Tim, you're muted. Sorry, 1 second. Let me unmute you. I think it muted you. Boom. All right.
All right. I'm back. Hey, guys. I'm so happy to be here with Tariq and doing this little marketing webinar. I think I don't know if any of you guys joined us the last time, but we did one, I think it was about 6 months or so ago. And we did it with Tariq. And we got a lot of just a great response. Everyone seemed to like it. Tariq's just great at doing this sort of stuff. He explains things really well. He runs Event Hawk. If you don't know, Inflatable Office loves Event Hawk because Event Hawk helps our customers to kind of maximize their business and helps them learn about selling and marketing, which is something a lot of people don't tend to do too much. A lot of people want to set up the software and just, hope money rolls in, but you got to do the work. And Event Hawk does a really good job of leveraging the sales and marketing, using all of our tools as much as they can and adding to it with some of their own stuff. So just really love doing these things with Tariq. So I'm here and I'm going to probably talk a little bit about some of the technical stuff and how we do some of the stuff with Google AdWords inside of our system. We admittedly don't dabble too deeply into that, but I anticipate over time, as you guys know, we're always upgrading. We'll probably add some more stuff in as time goes on. So I don't want to say any more. Tariq, I'm sure, has a lot to cover, so I'm going to give it back to you, Tariq. I'm going to mute myself. So if you need me, you might have to unmute me.
Yeah, I'll make you co-host here. Forget
Okay.
to. All right. Well, thank you, Tim. Can we just give it up to Tim Beck real quick? I don't think this guy gets enough credit. I've been with Inflatable Office for years, so shows Tim some love in the comments. Tell me one thing you guys love about Tim. Maybe a lot of you guys haven't talked to Tim. He's kind of taken a back seat, but this guy's amazing. This guy is a genius in software in the business. So show some love. If you love Tim, if you've talked to Tim, show some love. Seriously, awesome guy, very humble, doesn't really put himself out there much. Chris put a heart. Josh says your glasses are on point. Dan says Tim is the man. Lots of love for Tim Beck. Tim definitely is the man. Thank you, guys. Well, thank you for that introduction, Tim. Again, my name is Tariq, guys, and I'm the founder of Event Hawk. And for those of you guys who haven't talked to me before, I'm a lot more bold than Tim. I'm all out there. I'm all putting my face on all kinds of stuff. So you guys may have seen me on some ads here and there, but really the reason I'm everywhere in this industry is because I'm one of you guys. I have a party rental business. I've been using Inflatable Office for years and years and years. My wife and I, Inflatable Office really changed our life. We saw an ad from Inflatable Office that said, hey, getting this software is like having 2 office employees or something like that. And I'm like, dude, that makes total sense. I've been contemplating that for a while, doing things on my own, paper and pen. And then we got Inflatable Office, and it's like we felt like our business was legit. So that's really where the love for all this comes from. Now, what are we covering today? Let's jump right in. So my big promise for you guys is that today we're going to cover three big things. We're going to talk about Google Ads. We're going to talk about the strategy that I personally use to significantly increase my bookings, right? So I have Inflatable Office and like I have a party rental business, just like you guys, Bounce Houses, Tent Stable, we've done it all. And I'm going to share with you guys the exact strategy that I use to take me from having my inflatable business, my party rental business part-time to taking it full-time in Chicago of all places. I'm not in Texas or Florida where it's year-round rentals. We were able to make this happen in an area where we're pretty much shut down for 6 months. And we were able to make enough money to where we can pretty much take 6 months off and still be able to pay our bills. So I'm going to talk to you guys about exactly how we did that. I'm going to talk to you guys about how to lower your Google Ads cost. Okay. Now, if you guys have ran Google Ads and you know there's a cost per click, et cetera, it can get very, very expensive, but I'll show you guys our results. We're paying like $1 per click, and that $1 is turning to $200, $300, $400 bookings. So that's super exciting. I hope you guys are excited about that. We're not going to cover the how to set up your Google Ads. I've done plenty of videos on that. If you're interested in how to set up your Google Ads, I have a detailed tutorial that I can send you. Let me know in the chat, in the comments. Just say, Google Ads crash course, and I will do my best to go back. And I may ask you to kind of send a text at the end to our number so that I can get it to you, because sometimes the the chat here doesn't save, but I can send that step-by-step tutorial for you. But that's already there. I've got a really great tutorial. The last thing I want to talk to you about is Inflatable Office and how Inflatable Office ties into Google Ads and how the two can the features where you can track one another. I'll show you guys some of that. Again, that can get pretty technical, so I'll show you some of the features. We won't be able to go too much into detail with coding and all that kind of stuff, but I'll kind of open it from there. But that's the main thing that we're going to cover, really. So if you're excited about that, I mean, how cool would it be if you were able to really learn how to double or even triple your bookings using the tool that you're already using, which is just Inflatable Office, and really just leveraging something else? If that excites you, let me know in the chat, in the comments, which part of that, what would that feel like for your business if you had that, right? Like if you could just see like a switch, it doesn't take forever. So seriously, I mean, if that's exciting, if this is exciting to you guys, then you're in the right place. And I'd love it if you could tell me in the comments in the chat so that I can know that I'm talking to the right people. If not, then I guess we're talking about the wrong thing, and that's okay too. Maybe we need to cover another topic. But that's pretty much where we're at. So I have yes, sounds amazing from Patrick, game changer. Julie says yes. Kathy says yes. IO. Tony says that will be awesome. Manny says $signs with a happy face. All right, perfect. Awesome. So let's jump right in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick, just so that for those of you guys who have not seen one of my webinars before, I'm going to do it just share a little bit about myself. And so who am I? My name is Tariq El-Khatib. I am a party rental company owner. This is my warehouse on a good day. I'm a college instructor by trade. That is what I did before I got into, or during party rentals, I kind of got promoted to that. I love it. This was my first graduating class. I love to teach. That's really my passion more than anything. That's why you'll see me talking all over the place. I'm a party rental marketer. So we own the only party rental marketing company, the only company for marketing party rental businesses that was built by party rental business owners for party rental business owners. Together, me and my team, we're a bunch of party rental business owners, and we've got like almost 100 years of combined experience together in the party rental industry. So we know our stuff. I'm the founder of Event Hawk. We're Google partners. I've had articles published on news stations, all that good stuff. I'm an author. I wrote a book, and I got another one actually come out called the Party Rental Website Playbook. And we got the Party Rental Business Playbook that's about to be launched. I really enjoy teaching, and writing is another way to do that. When it's 3 a.m. and I got a bunch of thoughts and I can't talk to anybody, and my wife is sick of hearing about it, so I'll just go write. And next thing you know, I got a couple of books out. And I'm also a public speaker. So this was me on stage in Vegas, incidentally, with Inflatable Office on the big screen here with the product page. So that was a lot of fun. And my party rental business, just to give you guys a quick insight, we have a storefront and an office space. Again, we're outside of Chicago. This is our warehouse. We have a forklift, all that good stuff. We have an awesome team. We have the highest, more reviews than anybody else in our area. This is an old screenshot. We're pushing 600 now. We've done huge events for the Chicago Cubs, United States Postal Service, CarMax. We've done everything from tents, tables, chairs, weddings, dance floors. We've done photo booths. We had the Magic Mirror photo booth. We even had our in-house DJ service. This is an event that we did in front of our warehouse. Huge turnout. We've done everything from schools to festivals, all that good stuff. And really all this to say, I mean, that's great for me, right? Like, what does that mean for you guys, right? Well, I did all this using Inflatable Office, right? Like, Inflatable Office was the engine that really we use to power all this, right? We need marketing, obviously. So Inflatable Office is one piece of it, but I just want to kind of show you guys who I am and what's possible with the system that you guys already have. So if you guys have Inflatable Office already and you're watching this, then you guys already have a big chunk of this. So I hope you guys are excited. And with that said, the first thing I want to show you guys is the potential, right? When you're looking to grow your party rental business, where do you market it, right? Do you go on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? Now they got this new thing called Threads. There's like so many different ways to market your business. SEO sounds like it's a thing. Marketplace. Should I put out banners? Should I wrap my truck? It is a lot, guys, honestly. And that's where I was stuck in a while. Like, if you go back enough, you'll see me in the Facebook groups asking the same questions you guys are asking. Like, where do I spend my time and money? There's only one of me. I got Inflatable Office. I got to, okay, now what? What do I do now? And it's a lot. Now, it took me like a decade to figure this out, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys today. But there's one place that is more effective than anywhere else to market your business. And I'm going to tell you what it is, not based on what I think, but based on numbers, right? When people are looking to rent a bounce house, they don't go to Facebook, they don't go to Instagram, they don't go to any of that. They go to Google. They type in bounce house rental near me. And I'm going to show you guys proof right now directly from Google. So Google has a really cool tool called Google Keyword Planner. And this is being recorded so you can learn how to do this. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to share your county. So I'll take like 3, 4, 5 people. If you tell me your county that you're in, don't share it yet in the chat. But if you tell me, I'm going to be able to tell you how many people in your area are looking for you. And then you're going to look and see if you're showing up or not. Because if you're not on the first page of Google, you're going to be very much disappointed at this number. So check this out. If you go to Google Keyword Planner, and I have a YouTube video on this as well, but you could watch this. And I have multiple accounts, so you shouldn't have to do this part. But if you're in Google Ads, so this is the Google Ads console. If you don't have Google Ads, it's free to create an account. You go to the tools and settings, you go to Keyword Planner, and then you click Discover New Keywords. All you got to do is just type in this. Type in bounce house rentals and water slide rentals. And once you click Get Results, it is going to tell you how many people in the United States have searched for those 2 keywords in the last 12 months. And this is actual data, not what I think or what Tim thinks. In the last 12 months, in the month of December, there have been 310,000 searches for bounce houses and water slides. That's the worst month, right? No surprise, right? December is the slowest month. Last month in June, 1.4 million searches on Google for bounce houses and water slides. And that's in the whole US. So if you're going to ask me, hey, where should I market my business? The numbers are right here. Like this, there's no question about it. This is according to Google. There were 1.4 million searches on Google. So if you type if you go to your phone right now and you type in bounce house rentals near me and your business does not show up at the top of the page, then you're missing out on your share of this. Now, this is the whole US. So let's go ahead and look at some of your areas, okay? So once you're here, if you click on United States, you can actually remove the United States and you can put in your area. The problem is if you put, like somebody just put Woodbridge, Virginia, that might be too specific, right? So if you just put like one little area, it's just not big enough because you have to like literally select each and every city, right? This is just one part of it. So I found that it helps to choose a county, right? So let's see Sarasota County here. So guys, I'm just going to kind of pick the easy ones. So Sarasota County here is saying 868,000 people, and I'm going to click target, and then I'm going to click save. And now it's going to give me those numbers for Sarasota County. So Sarasota County, first of all, the cool part is here's the seasonality. That in itself is super cool. That you could see that, hey, I can expect a spike in business in May. May is actually busier than June. Interesting. You wouldn't have thought that, right? So now you know that for next year, it's going to start to ramp up March, April, May. And May is going to be your busy month. Then it's actually going to slow down in June a little bit, which is super interesting. Obviously, could differ from year to year. And then here's December. So in Sarasota County, 5,000 searches in the month of May, and then 1,700 searches in the month of June. Sarasota County only has 800,000 people in it. Now you might think that that's a lot, but a lot of places have in the millions. So out of 800,000, I mean, this is not a lot of people, but there's still, at its worst, 1,700 searches in the month of December. How many people here think that there's no business in the off season? It's okay. Tell the truth. I ran into that for a while. Like, yeah, off season, there's no work. There's 1,700 searches in this small county. And if you could just get 1% of that, 1% of that, just imagine that's 17 bookings. That's tons of money in the month of December. Anybody, who would love 17 bookings in the month of December? Raise your hand. Yeah, I know I would. 17 bookings in December? Oh man, like that's great for December, right? Julie says me. Julie says bounce houses did well for us during off season. Yeah, I mean, if this is what it's like in December, now you know this is where you got to be. A lot of us are focusing on marketplace in these other places. Let's look at another Walton County, Georgia, for Genius here. So Walton County, 232,000. Again, this is a smaller one. So if you service a bigger area, you may have to add another county. But this one is 2,000 people, 2,000 people in May or so, and then it dips to like 650 in February. But still, again, 1% of that. Just that's all you got to ask. So if I can get 1% of this in February, in March, in December, right? 5 bookings, I'll take it, right? Let's look for Dallas County. Here's a big one. And again, you may not service so 19 million people in Dallas County. This one's big, okay? Dallas County is big, 19 million people, and you may not service all of Dallas, but this is going to do 2 things. Again, first of all, it's going to show you the seasonality. Again, interesting. May and June of 2023. This is 2023 right here. This is the last month and the month before. We're pretty much even. That's rare. Like usually there's a peak, but May and June are just like it's juking in Dallas. 45,000 searches in Dallas alone. Holy moly, I'm moving to Dallas, right? Like you're gonna have a bunch of new places pop up in Dallas right now. But again, so you see the seasonality, right? No surprise, December is slowest, but still, even in December, this should motivate you that there's 5,000 searches in December. I'm not shutting off my Google ads. I'm not gonna stop marketing. I'm not gonna close up shop in December in Dallas because there's still 5,000. If I can get 1% of that, sorry if I'm not great at math, but I think that's like 50 bookings. Holy, I mean, that's, dude, let's start racking up our inflatables. So I hope this kind of shows you guys what potential there is. Was this helpful? Tell me in the chat. I mean, if this is, give me some feedback. Is this helping you guys? Is this stuff kind of making sense? Are you guys seeing the value in using something like Google Keyword Planner to see the value here? See here. Edel says yes. Julie says very interesting. Evan says very helpful. Patrick says yes. Kathy says no because we have a small county. Don't think about that way, Kathy. It's, again, look at the seasonality. And hey, small county, maybe that means you need to expand your delivery area. Or maybe, again, these are just 2 keywords. I wonder what would happen in that small county if we did tent rentals or something else. Maybe something else would be popular there, right? When you're in a big place like Texas, you probably never have to add anything other than bounce houses and water slides. And you could be like a $500,000 company or more, maybe even $1 million in somewhere like Dallas. If your goal is to hit $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in a smaller county, then you're probably going to have to expand into other inventory. And again, that's the power of looking at this. Like, you know that now instead of finding that out 5 years from now after you've been in business and you're like, oh man, I'm never going to make this. I need to add more. At least now you know, hey, I'm in a small county. The numbers are telling me it right there. I know that I have to either expand into new territory or expand into new inventory. Those are really the 2 ways to make more money. So I'm glad this was helpful. I hope this did it. The purpose was not to demotivate you, but hey, the truth is the truth, right? And that's important for us to at least know it's there. So with that said, how can you use this, right? So how could you use this to go ahead and make money, right? So like I said, I will, here's what I'm going to do. Everybody who all right, I'll figure something out at the end, but I want to send you guys a step-by-step on how to do some of this stuff. But you want to run Google ads, right? And to run Google ads, it's complicated. I'll be honest, right? And you can do it on your own. You could watch my video, you could do that, but depending on where you're at, it might just be worth it, especially somewhere like Dallas, to not waste time. Because the problem that happens is each one of these clicks that you're going to get is going to cost you money. And if you're not doing it right, then it's just not going to work. But what you want to do is you want to run Google ads, right? And how you run Google ads, again, I have the video, but what you do is you're going to set up ads like this. So this is what's going to happen when you run Google ads. Let's say I'm looking for car rentals near me. Let's just pretend I'm looking for bounce house rentals. This is what people see, okay? Right at the top, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 Google ads listings. 4 Google ads listings. Now, if I'm on my computer and you're on Google Maps, you are not running Google ads, I'm not even going to see you on the first page. I mean, you're on the first page, but you're not, like, I have to scroll. The chances of me clicking every position, the farther down you go, the lower the chance you have of somebody clicking. So if you have a Google Maps listing and you're like, hey, how come I'm not getting more bookings? You should really consider running Google ads because Google ads sits on top of Google Maps. In addition, SEO. So these are the SEO listings. So it's broken down into 3 sections. The SEO listings are here. On top of the SEO listings are Google Maps listings, which are also considered SEO, local SEO. And then on top of that is Google ads. Now, Google does this for a reason because they want to make money, right? Google's not dumb. They know that it's free to get a Google Maps listing and it's free to get your website listed here. But here's what you got to remember. If it's free for you, it's free for all of your competitors. So everybody, all 50 people in your area are going to be competing for this one spot. But run some Google ads and all of a sudden you go from competing with 50 people to only competing with the top 3, 4, 5 businesses in your area that are running Google ads. It's very, very powerful. Free is not always better, guys, because again, I mean, I don't have a problem with paying $1 a click if I'm going to get a $300, $400, $500 rental, right? I don't think you would either. So you have to run Google ads to get your business to the top of the Google screen. And it's worse if you look at the mobile view, right? So if you look, how do you do it? Like this is, I forgot how to do this here. So if you change it to, like this is like, it shows you like what it would look like on an iPhone, and this is actually not accurate, but yeah, it's usually worse, not better. but you get the idea. On a mobile device, you see even less of these. You probably only see like the first 3. So is this making sense why it's important to run Google Ads? Let me know if I'm making sense or if I lost you guys here. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this somewhere else. Are you guys understanding why it's important to run Google Ads instead of just listing them for free? Jeff says yes. Cody says yes. Patrick says making sense. Yeah, it gets you to the top. And studies have shown that. So here's what I used to hear all the time. Tariq, I will never run Google Ads because I don't click ads. Ads are spammy. And I'm like, dude, that actually makes sense. I don't click ads either. Like, I know this is an ad. I don't want to click it. And the mistake there is that assuming that your customer has the same mentality you do, when in fact, they couldn't be more of an opposite because you are an entrepreneur. And the reason that you started a business is because you think like an entrepreneur and your business thinks like a consumer, right? You are business minded, so you pay more attention to this stuff. Little do you know, your customer really doesn't know if it's an ad or not. They're just going with the motions. So they've actually done studies about this, and it's super interesting that while yes, many people do not click ads, many people go down, they slide past the ads, and they click one of these. But the studies have shown that the purchase intent of those people, meaning the likelihood that they're actually going to book, is much less when they scroll down to here. They're in the top of the funnel or earlier stages of the buyer's journey, meaning they're not ready to book yet. The question they're asking themselves if they scroll past the ads is, hey, should I rent a bounce house rental? Should I rent a bounce house for the party, or should I go to Chuck E. Cheese? I'm not sure what I want to do. Should I rent a bounce house? That's a question. So they're like, no, let me research. Let me click one of these, right? The studies also showed that the people who click these ads, although they're not as many as the people who scroll down, they're more serious. The question they're asking is, hey, not should I rent a bounce house? It's who should I rent a bounce house from? I know I want a bounce house. I already have a date. I already know I want to rent it to a bounce house. They've already done the research. They've already been thinking about this. Now they're ready to book. They got a credit card in their hand and they're like, eeny, meeny, miny, who should I book from? And they're more likely to click an ad. So the quality of the people who click ads is higher than the people who don't. So that's another reason to run Google ads, because those people they're not going to shop around as much. They're not going to be tire kickers. They're going to be more likely to book. So I hope that makes sense. That's what you have to do. So what do you do from there? Because at the end of the day, just because somebody clicks doesn't mean that they're going to book, right? So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do with my setup. So I'm going to open up my inflatable office, and I'm going to show you guys what I do here. And we use a combination of inflatable office and Event Hawk. So this is my inflatable office here. We have a lot of different colors. This is managed by Event Hawk. For those of you guys who are with us, you know, we offer a service where we will help you with your inflatable office, even more than inflatable office does. Like, you get the regular inflatable office support. It's just added support and marketing and things like that. And you'll get this other look. So if you're curious what that is, that's what that is. I have my own different statuses, so don't worry about all this stuff. But these green ones are bookings. And what we do is once they come in as a Google ad click, right? They're not going to go to your website. Somebody give me your website. Somebody who is not running Google ads and who does not have Event Hawk, give me your website. We're gonna do a test. If you have Event Hawk or Google ads, don't share your website. Put your website in the chat, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. All right, I'm just gonna pick the first one. All right, here we go. So here we go. All right, beautiful. So here's a website. So I started here, okay, and I see your business. Let's say you're running Google ads. And I click on your link, and then I come here and I'm like, oh my God, this website's beautiful. They're using Inflatable Office. Take my money. I'm ready to book, right? That's what happens every day, right? No, that's not what happens, right? People that's just not how it works, right? Inflatable Office is the engine, but you got to put in the work, like Tim said to begin with. So here's what a typical customer journey is like. And there's software out there that will actually show you recordings of people on your website. And this is exactly what I've seen tons of these, right? This is what happens. They come on your website and they go like this, like they're looking. First of all, there's a lot that could be said about, you know, setting up your website. We'll maybe talk about that a little bit. But they come here, they're typically going to want to look for bounce houses, right? So they're going to go to your bounce house rentals. Okay. They come here and they're like, okay, this one looks pretty cool. I like this rainbow castle. I click on it. And then here's where you lose me, right? I come here, I'm like, okay, this looks pretty cool. How big is this thing though? Oh, okay, it's 30 by 13. This is 30 feet, really? Huh, interesting. So it's 30 by 13, okay? Okay, fine. But how many kids can it fit? How long do I get to keep it? Per day? Okay, like is that 24 hours or is that, like a 8 hour? Like how long? Do I pick this thing up or do you deliver it? Is this tarp included? Is there a blower? Do I need this generator? Is it what's the difference between a generator and a blower? Do you even deliver in my area? Are you even in my area, right? Like all these questions are what's stopping me from booking. And your answer is click add to cart, Tariq. Don't worry about it. Just buy from me. I'm like, dude, like this is the struggle that I'm having within myself right now on this page. And it's happening to your customers every day. They get to this page and then they're like, what if it rains? What's like they have, and you guys hear these questions, right? They call you, they ask these questions, and that's why they're not booking. Even though you have this great software, it's just not enough because they're looking for other answers. And this is exactly what they do. I kid you not, it's the funniest thing. They all do the same thing. They get to this page, they scroll down all the way to the bottom. Every time they scroll up, they scroll down again, they scroll up, and then they leave. What does that tell you? Why would they scroll down and up? What are they doing? Somebody tell me. Let's see who gets this. Super simple. Why would somebody scroll up and down on your website? They're looking for answers. 100%. Look, more info. They're looking. Yes, I love that. Nick said they're looking for a reason to buy. Yeah, they're literally saying, sell me on this. Literally, sell me. Like, what can you, like, please, I want this. I want to be done with this. My wife told me to get this taken care of. I don't want to keep shopping around. Sell me on this. Just let this be the final website that I look at, but you're not selling them on it. And even if you had all the answers right here, Cliff, I'm going to kill you every time I do a webinar. Somebody starts drawing on my page and I don't know how to stop it. Hold on. All right, clear all drawings. 1 second. There's a way to stop that. Disable annotations. All right, perfect. There you go. So yeah, so that's, and some of you guys have paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs here. You're like, well, Tariq, I have all the answers here. That's the other side of the coin. People don't want to read. Like, either you don't have enough answers or you have all the answers and they just don't want to read them. So what the heck do you do, right? Like, what do you do if they don't want the answers, but they want the answers and they don't want to call you either? Like, it's an issue, right? It's like catch-22. It gets really tough, but the good news is there is a solution, and it's called a funnel. And I've done tons of talks about funnels, but essentially what a funnel does is it says, hey, you don't have to buy right now. Let's just take it one step at a time. That's what Event Hawk does. That's literally why we built Event Hawk. I had Inflatable Office for a while, and I noticed this issue. I noticed that only 1% of people who are visiting my website were actually becoming customers. And I'll be honest, I thought it was Inflatable Office at first. I was like, man, I brought it to Tim. I was like, Tim, something's wrong. And then I looked at a bunch of other websites from other softwares, and everybody was the same. Some were even less. And it's across all industries. In fact, if you Google it, it's a common issue where less than 1% of people who visit your website become paying customers. And it's because you don't have what's called a funnel. And what a funnel does is it basically warms the customer up. It gives them their answers step by step. And I'll show you guys how we do it. I know some of you guys already know this, but this is my website. It's an Inflatable Office website. I go to the bounce house here. Same thing. I have my add to cart button, but then boom, here's how they get into my funnel. I give them a second choice. This is what they're looking for. They're looking for an out. They're looking for something to keep them on your site. And I got it for them right here. Get coupon. Boom, you got me. Now you guys tell me how many people, which one do you think people are going to click more of? Add to cart or get coupon? Get coupon, right? Because this one says, give me your money. This one says, I want to give you money. This one says, give me your credit card number. This one, what? You're probably going to ask for my email or phone number. This is a big commitment right here. Like, I don't even know you, right? I've never been on your website before. This is a very small commitment. I can totally get a coupon, right? So the way this works, and I don't want to talk about this part too much, but we don't give them the promo until they enter their information. Once they enter their information, it goes into Inflatable Office as an Event Hawk quote like this. So you'll see I have a status. So this is all these people. Like if I go, we get tons of these, and that's how I know this works. So if I go to Event Hawk status, like July 9, July 9, July 9, this is all just today. I mean, or what is it? Today's the 11th. I don't know how to do it by date. All right. Well, it goes by party day, so that doesn't help. We got some until August 23rd. But look at all these leads. I mean, I don't even know. 4,441 leads that I got by doing this. This is how I know it works, guys. It's not something that I think. These are all people who went on my website and would have otherwise left, but filled out this form because they really wanted a promo. And I mean, for me, I know some of you guys are like, whoa. Why are you giving them a discount? I thought we're not supposed to give discounts. Listen, man. Listen, homie, you look at all the big companies, they're all doing it, right? You go to Nike, they got promotion right at the top. You go like 60% off. Are they dumb? Do they hate money? No, it's a funnel. That's how they get you in. Look at these guys. Kohl's. Sheesh. Bam. All over the place. $19.99, $20. Get Kohl's cash. All this crazy stuff. Now these are e-com. Let's look at like services, like which one was it? True Green. Their service. Is it True Green? Maybe not. What was that one? Edible arrangements. Like they do very like boom right there, pop up 15% off. Like, do all these companies hate money? These are big multi-million-dollar companies. Why are they doing this? Because it's a funnel, because they know that once they have your email, your phone number, your name, it's a lot easier to sell you. And that's essentially why I built Event Hawk, because I noticed that we were getting a lot of clicks from Google Ads and they weren't converting to bookings. So we started to implement the system, and then boom, look at this. They're all coming in now. And then I simply come in. Now, this is what I want to show you guys. This is what I do. Once they come in, I go in and we have a system where basically our job is to get them to a quote, right? Because for now, I don't have all their information. This is the reason it works, because we're not asking for that much information, right? Inflatable Office asks for a lot more information. You need their surface, you need their event address, you need all that. If I ask for all that information, they're not going to fill this out because it's too much of a commitment. That's the whole point. I've tried long forms, I've tried short forms. Short works better, right? So they give us just a few pieces of information. They come in here now, but I still don't know what they want to book. I still don't know if it's on grass or if it's on, the address. I have a lot of information that I don't know. So I need to ask for that. So what we do is we text them that information through Event Hawk. So I'll show you guys how we do that. So this is what Event Hawk looks like on the back end for those of you guys who don't have it, but let's show you guys some ones that booked. So this is somebody who came in and let me show you guys some more recent ones. Yeah, and I mean, what's cool is like, look, they wanted to book, but they had an issue. Like there was an error from IO, and probably because they picked the wrong time or something, they didn't do something right. And if we weren't texting them, they would have probably booked with the next guy. But because we were already having a conversation with Tracy, she was like, hey, listen, I'm trying to book online and this just isn't working. And then we sent her this thing. And I bet you if I look up Tracy, she booked. There you go. Tracy booked and she spent $507.18. And if we look how much I spend on Google Ads, I'm going to show you guys my Google Ads, and you're going to tell me whether you think it's worth it or not. Tariq Event, oh no, not Tariq Event, Tariq. Sorry, 1 second. Bounce my house. Let's see what our average is looking like these days. In the last 30 days, I'm spending 83 cents a click, 83 cents for a $500 order. I mean, who I don't know about you guys, but this gets me excited all over again. Like, let's look at the return. I mean, obviously we don't get every single one, but if I take $500 divided by 80, $500 divided by 0.83, that is a return of 600 times what I spent. 600 times what I spent, right? It's insane. It's just a no-brainer. Patrick's asking, what is the coupon? I give them 20 bucks off. So here's what I do. I raise my prices and I gave them $20 off. So this is what I do. After they fill this out, they go to this page. Either $20 off most rentals when they use this coupon code, which I programmed in Inflatable Office, or I have a weekday special, 3 days for the price of one, Monday through Thursday. I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but we deliver Monday at 4 and pick up Thursday at 4. Stuff sitting, we just do it. We don't get too many of those, but like nobody's going to go ahead and change their party to a weekday just to get it. But yeah, that's how we do it. James said, this is great for capturing leads. How do you capture a recurring booking, offer a loyalty discount via email? Yeah, that's a whole other topic. So for them, we program Event Hawk to text them a few days after. So this is actually something we started doing So Inflatable Office does this where they'll send like a yearly booking, but I took it a step further and I will send them after their party. I programmed Inflatable Office to, or sorry, Event Hawk to wait for 10 days after their event. And then I send them a text that says, hey, we have a weekday special. I'm trying this. I don't know if it's working, but I say, hey, if they booked and they had it, you know, when you have a party and all your guests are there, you don't really get to use the bounce house yourself. You're probably stressed out. So I say, hey, why don't we text them again, like 10 days later and say, hey, we have 3 days for the price of one. You can actually enjoy it with your kids this time. So I'm trying it. I'm all about data. I'm not going to tell you this works because I don't know yet, but I programmed it to automatically send that to them. I hope that answers your question. Robert says, I need to start Google Ads. Yes, 100%. Cliff says, how would you gear the ad to call versus leading to a website? You don't want them to call. You can have it call, Cliff, but I mean, what's the point of having a great system like Inflatable Office if you're going to have them call? A lot of people don't have the customer book online. We have some really big companies that don't do online bookings with Inflatable Office, but they still generate the lead, so it's already in here. So this is valuable for recurring bookings. This is valuable for just the value of the company. Like, this is the third time this lady books with us. This twice last year and once this year. So it's pretty great. So do we build our own workflows? You can. It comes with some basic workflows. If you want to build additional ones, you can. But everything I showed you guys so far is already built in, except the weekday thing. Like that's done. But like, check it out. Like Tracy, we were talking to her. We sent her a reminder and we said, hey, here's your, and this is what I love about Inflatable Office. We work with all the booking softwares and all the websites, you name it. Inflatable Office is the only one that I found that makes it super easy to do this. This is how we make so much money, guys. If you're not doing this, you need to do it. When I'm talking to somebody, so let me pull up like my lead here. So this is somebody who has a quote, right? If you're not doing this, you are missing out on so much money. Once you have the quote, you need to go ahead and grab this URL, click quote, and Inflatable Office is the only one I found that can do this. Grab this link, and this is a public link. Anybody can use this link now. Like, they don't have to be logged in, and send it to them. So I'll send it to them. I'll do this. This is exactly what I do. I go to customer, I email it to them. I email them the quote here, and they probably already got an email, so you might not even have to do that because IO already does it automatically. So I'll just email it to them. And then I'll also go to Event Hawk and I'll text it to them. Like, we already have a template. In Event Hawk, you can build templates. We already have some pre-built. This is what I do. I got 5B. This is my favorite template. Templates. It's send a quote. It says, all right, first name. It's going to automatically put her name. All right, Tracy, your total is going to be $570. And that includes delivery, setup, teardown, pickup. I'm building up, like, I'm letting them know, look at all the stuff we're doing for you, right? All we need is a 50% deposit. And the rest is due Monday before your event. Would you prefer, this is how you sell, guys. This is a sell. Always close with a question. Would you prefer to book this online, link below, or over the phone? Bam. And I put the link right here and I send it to her. And look at that. She booked. She didn't even reply. And that's what I love, right? So I don't even need to, like, I'll talk to my customers. They call, we answer, but we just send them the link and we ask, do you want to book it here or over the phone? And if they have questions, they'll say, hey, can you call me? But a lot of times they'll just book it. We don't need to say anything to them. So sorry, let me just go in the comments real quick. Jenny says, how does Event Hawk work with IO? I will show you a little bit more about that right now. Bobby says, is the coupon frequency too much? Haven't had complaints. The pop-up, no, I mean, people are not on my website every day. It's not like on Amazon, right? Like, some people say, hey, your pop-up is annoying. It's mostly other business owners. Every time, from time to time, we get customers complain, but I mean, we're making money, so I'm not turning it off. Wendy says too much for customers. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Jeff says that's a good way to get them to book for sure. 100%. It's been working for us. And I mean, again, like, we've done this for over 1,000 party rental businesses. Just to, I don't think I shared that part. We have worked with over 1,000 party rental businesses, and this works. Like, this is something that we can do over and over. We know it works, right? 100%. So how does all this work with Inflatable Office? So the first thing is, every time they fill out that pop-up, they come into here. They come into Inflatable Office because you don't want to have to copy things from one system to another. And that's something that Tim has done exclusively for us. He's made it super easy to integrate Event Hawk with Inflatable Office. I mean, the possibilities are endless. There's so much more we want to do, but for now, we just, you know, we have the basics. There's so much more we can do, but this works. Like this, we make tons of money every day just from this system. And again, you know, thanks to Tim for making that work. But this is the first thing. They come in here, and once they book, Every booking that we get automatically goes from Inflatable Office to Event Hawk, and then Event Hawk can then send them reminder text messages to pay their balance. It can send them review requests after their event. So like if you go like here, you'll notice like, so you can sync it with like your Instagram and Facebook and your Google reviews. And if you see here, it'll show us all of the reviews that we're getting. We get tons of reviews. All right, so that's not showing up here. All right, well, I'll show you our Google business profile. Check this out, guys. I'm super proud of this. It took me like 3 or 4 years to get to 70 reviews. We're at 591. And check this out. What do you think is going to happen when a customer comes on your reviews and sees this? 5 stars 6 hours ago, 5 stars 9 hours ago, 5 stars 10 hours ago, 5 stars 21 hours ago. Holy moly, 4 days, 4 days. Oh my God, this company's getting reviews left and right. Well, I hope none of my competitors are here, but let's see what happens when I look for my, let me look in my area, Bounce House Rentals. And I go to maps. This is us, 591 reviews. This is us, 591 reviews. So you see I got to add, and then I got the maps. Here's my next competitor, 16, 64, big dog, 64, 13, it's 86. That is the secret to charging more. Everybody wants to charge more. You can't just charge more because you think you're better than everybody else. That the customer needs some convincing. And we are the highest rate price in our area. $395 for a combo. We also charge delivery fees, damage waiver, tips, all that. Our average sale is close to $500. This is how you do it, guys. Reviews. And Event Hawk does that automatically. So the question was, how does Event Hawk work with Inflatable Office? Once the booking went after their event, Inflatable Office is awesome enough to know to send that information to Event Hawk, and then Event Hawk will text them. Now you can do that in Inflatable Office as well if you got IO phone. I mean, ours was just programmed for that purpose, and it works for us. And I love that our customers, when they have a problem with the price, I just send them back to the reviews. I said, listen, there is a reason that we are the highest rated, and we're just literally untouchable. Let's see here. So is the SMS feature already set up, or is that something we have to request? No, we already set that up. How much do you pay for your Google ads? In the last 30 days, so let's look at some results. That's a good thing. That's a good one here. So in the last 30 days, I spent $850 on Google ads. We have about 50 units, guys, and a lot of our units are just the wrong units. We started off on the wrong foot, but I spent $850 on Google ads, and I generated $9,123 in sales. These are trackable right here. You could see that I got 43 leads, 43 Inflatable Office leads, and 15 sales here for the word Bounce House. I'm supposed to have another campaign here for water slides. I don't know why it's off. I have to talk to my Google Ads guy, right? But yeah, you could see here that you could see down to the penny how much we spent, how much we made. Let's look at some other companies. Let's look at some smaller companies. This company in the last 30 days spent $149 and generated $3,000 in booking. How awesome would it be if you could turn $150 to $3,000? That's pretty great. I mean, that's a great return. This is a smaller company. I got a bunch of them up here to show you guys. 150 seems like the minimum. We don't like to spend less than. So the question was, how much do you spend per click? We spend about $1, right? Sometimes less, sometimes more. It really, we're going to talk about that next. Depends on your website, but amongst other things, and how well you know how to run Google Ads. But any less than $150 a month, we're finding that you could struggle. But this one spent 150, made 1,600, 10 times what they spent. That's awesome, right? And this is all trackable down to the penny in IO. This one spent $150 and made 1,600. This one spent $369 and made, let's see, $369, or sorry, where is it? $900 spent, $16,000 made. So you see how you can scale this. You start to spend a little bit more once you got some confidence, you're going to do really well. $900 spent 16. That's insane, insane, insane. $150 made 1,500. So we seem to be able to get 10 times return consistently, right? If you follow our recommendations. We've got bigger companies, smaller companies. This company spent $150 and generated 13,000. That's amazing. So how do we know these numbers are correct? How do we know these numbers are correct? Well, Inflatable Office to the rescue. If I go in Inflatable Office, I can look here in the last 30 days. I've gotten let's see, 15. All right, let's just look at the last 7 days just to keep it simple. In the last 7 days, I've gotten 1, 2 sales. Let's look at 14 days to make it a little bit longer. Is this my company? Yeah. All right, 6 sales in the last 14 days. Should be more than that, but let's take a look. So if you go to Inflatable Office, you can actually see, if you go to your dashboard and you go to stats, you could see how many, like let's look at last, all right, let's just look at the month of June. Last month, we got AdWords customers, AdWords events 10. So it shows that I got 10 bookings from AdWords in the last 30 days. And if I go to Google, which that's a little, I'm glad we're looking at this, that's a little light. But I think because we've been a while in business for a while, we get a lot more from SEO, I guess now. But if I look at the last month, so according to this, I got 14 sales. I got 14 sales from Google Ads. And according to Inflatable Office, I got 10. There's a discrepancy, right? Google, and it's not always 100% accurate. So the answer is usually somewhere in the middle, but it's close, right? So that's how I know that the tracking is actually working. And let's check this out. Let's see, how do I know that this is actually working? Tariq, how do you know that these sales are actually coming from Google Ads? Well, Google Ads tracks it. In the last 7 days, I got a sale, according to Google, for $572.70. And if I go to Inflatable Office, I should find that sale. I should find that same amount in the last 7 days. So let's look at
Tariq, let me interrupt you while you're looking for that stuff. One thing I want to say is that if you're not good at figuring out how to set up your Google Analytics and AdWords code, getting that out of Google and into Inflatable Office, which can be a daunting task for some, Inflatable Office is going to give you a pretty good estimate. It's probably going to be a little on the low side, but it's going to be pretty accurate. Tariq, when he looks at his, they're pretty close. Not all of you are going to see that. He's doing a good job of putting his code in on his site so that he's getting actual good data. So if you have to rely on Inflatable Office, it's not going to be a bad thing, but it is nice to see it in Google too.
Yeah, 100%. So we're going to talk about, if you guys are interested in hiring us for Google Ads, I'll share some of that information shortly because I know we're going on that 1 hour, and I'll share that and then we'll continue the conversation here. But let me go ahead and find that booking. So I have a few extra statuses than most of you guys. Maybe one day I'll tell you guys the method to my madness, but here it is, $572.70. $572.70 down to the penny. You can see how much money you spent, how much money you made, and that is the power of Google Ads, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys real quick for anybody who's interested in hiring us for Google Ads. We have a very special offer, so I'm going to share that right now, and then I'll continue with the rest of my promise. I promised you guys we're going to look at the code, and then I promised you guys I'll talk to you guys about how to lower the cost of your Google Ads. So with that said, we have a very special offer for everybody here today. So what we charge for our services, if you go to our website, our Google Ads service starts at $300 a month, and most companies charge like $1,000. But ours starts at $300, and for the EventHawk software, that package here is $170 a month. So you're looking at $470 a month, which is totally worth it for, you know, getting all the bookings that we're showing you guys here. I mean, you could see 16,000. I don't know about you, but I don't have a problem spending $400 to get 72, you know, or 16,000, et cetera. But for everybody here today, and this is only for everybody that is here on this webinar, I put together as a thank you for Tim giving me this opportunity. Let me go back. Where did it go? I lost it. All right, here we go. So for everybody that's here today, I'm going to share this link with you guys. I'm going to put it in the chat. We are going to give you guys the EventHawk plus Google Ads for only, what did we say? So this is the pricing that I got from other companies, by the way. $2,300 the first month, and then $1,100 every month after that, just for the Google Ads. We're only charging $397 a month, guys. Obviously, you have to pay Google your own ad spend, right? And texting fees are a little additional, but I mean, that's like you guys see, like I would say minimum $150 a month, like $5 a day, but you really should spend more than that. You're going to start seeing the money come in, and you're going to want to spend more. But $397 a month is what we charge. And then, you'd pay Google separately their stuff. So I'm going to put that link here because we have some freebies that we're going to give everybody here today, which is we are offering 2 free email campaigns. So what we're going to do is we're going to send out 2 emails to all your customers in IO. I'm going to give everybody here a copy, everybody who signs up, a copy of both of my books. This one's going to come out here shortly in the next, hopefully, few days, not weeks. But the Party Rental Optimization website optimization playbook and the Party Rental Business Playbook, these 2 books. And then lastly, a website optimization strategy call. We talked about websites. We are going to get on the phone with you on a Zoom just like this, and we are going to help you turn your website into a money-making machine, because this is not what's happening right here. Like, I mean, I wrote a whole book about it, but this is how you lose customers. Fact, 50% of people who reach your homepage never click anywhere else. They bounce off. That's called your bounce rate. On average, most websites have a 50% bounce rate, meaning people land on your website, they get confused and they leave. And there's a reason for that. There's a lot more that could be said about that. I've done webinars about it. I wrote a book about it. I'd love to have my website team sit with you one-on-one, and honestly, that's worth the $400 alone, to have somebody and go through your website and help you optimize your website once and for all. Because once you fix your website one time, that's it. Your website is like a 24-hour employee. It's going to do its thing forever. So we're going to do that for everybody here today. You do have to sign up tonight. So we have this link up. If you sign up tonight, then you get these freebies. If you don't sign up tonight, then you'll still get the awesome Google Ads service, but you won't be able to add this because I am manually going to add these in. I am going to put in some overtime and give everybody here these freebies. It will take me about a week to get all this extra stuff to you. We do not offer this stuff to anybody else. So if you go and you talk to other Event Hawk members, you mentioned this stuff, you're going to give me a intro. Like we just don't do this. We don't give everybody who signs up this stuff. This is specifically for anybody who signs up today. I do have a timer on it, and we are going to stick to that just because this is going to be a lot of work for us to put in time talking to everybody. We just love what we do. My team loves what they do. Like I said, there's like 23 of us right now. Most of them Party Rental business owners. They understand the industry. They understand marketing. Super excited about the email campaign. I sent out an email campaign, and man, you guys, if you've never used the IO newsletter feature, it is amazing the statistics that you get from it. You will see how many people created leads from the email you sent out, how many people opened the email, how many people, like how much, it's insane. And I'd love to do that for you guys, to show you guys how just sending out 1 email a month could make you a ton of money for people who just forgot or just well worded. So we're going to send out 2 of them for you over the next 2 months, 1 a month. And this is going to pay for itself time over time over time. And I'm super excited to offer that to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and share that link again. If you already have Event Hawk, then shoot us a text. If you already have Event Hawk, shoot us a text and just say that you're interested in the IO special, and we will get back to you tomorrow. I don't have a link that you could sign up for that. Again, this is not something that we have a system for. Like this is something, if you sign up using this link today before it goes down, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to start working on an email where I can send you all this stuff and start scheduling this stuff. We do have to cut it off after so many. So if you're serious about this, I would recommend you jump into it, because I can't, there's 100 people still on the Zoom right now. There's just no way that we can offer these strategy calls for 100 people. So probably the first 10 or so that sign up, we can offer this, and we're going to have to cut it off. So I hate the sales part, so I'm just going to drop that there. I just put the link in there. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, then go ahead and use that link. Once you sign up, you're going to get, so it'll ask you for your credit card, and it's going to be $397 a month. And then you're going to get an email with the next steps. The email is going to tell you, start working on getting your Event Hawk set up. We're going to do everything for you. We're going to install the pop-up on your website. We're going to ask you for your Inflatable Office login. So we'll ask you to create us a login so we can install the pop-up. We're going to install, you're not going to have to do anything. We're going to do all of that for you. This is all we do, guys. We've had over 1,000 Party Rental businesses doing this. If you go to our website, eventhawk360.com, you will see that we have people sign up every day. And this is actually real people. So you'll see it like pop up here. I'll tell you, like we got 11 hours ago, Willie from Nebraska signed up. We're getting signups every day. So this is all we do. We're really, really good at what we do. So we'll take care of all that for you. I'm going to share that link one last time, and then we're going to continue here just to respect everybody's time. I see a lot of questions in the chat, Tim. I'm not sure if I missed some. I'm gonna go on, but if there's anything that I didn't cover while I was,
I'm watching it, Tariq, and responded to some of it. A lot of it's very specific to them, so I don't know that it's something you could, if you'd want to cover that or not.
okay, I'll continue. I just want to make sure that we, just to respect everybody's time, that we cover the two other things. So in Inflatable Office, this is what you do. And if you want to take a stab at this, you can look up some videos, but I highly recommend you let somebody like us or an expert do it. But if you go to analytics here, just type in analytics tracking, and you go there, this is where you can insert the codes, right? There's 3 boxes. The sales code goes here. This is how you track the sales tracking. This is how you track the quotes. And this is the general code. Inflatable Office makes it really, really easy so that whatever website you're using, if you're, most of you guys are obviously on WordPress, but you don't have to use a complicated code editor. We put our Facebook codes in here, Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, Google Ads. It's super, super easy. Once you go to set up your codes, it tells you like, put this in the header of your website, etc. I personally would not recommend you try this. I've spent years trying to figure this out, literally, and we have it down to a science. Just this alone is worth, paying us to take care of it for you, because again, once it's set up, and it should track properly. This is how you do it, or this is where you do it. As far as how you do it, even I don't understand what all this stuff means, but I know where it goes. We have to add certain variables to it to make it work so that it tracks the same way that I was showing you guys here. And once you do that, you can see that how many leads, how many quotes came in from Google Ads versus not from Google Ads, how many sales came in. Because once you do that, right now you might be thinking, man, $150 is a lot to spend on marketing. Facebook Marketplace is free, but once you see that, hey, I spent $150 and I made $3,000, I wonder what would happen if I spent $300 when I make $6,000. Heck yeah, let's do it, right? And the cool thing about Google Ads, if you have somebody like us, like an expert doing it, you only pay when people click. So if you do it right, if there's a way to do it. Just because you say, here, Google, here's $500 a month, doesn't mean Google is going to spend all 500. That's the budget you set. That's a max budget. Google will only spend what you need if you set it to. And the way that we do it, you're spending like $1 a click. So, if you do it on your own, a lot of people come to us and they're spending $3, $4 a click and like, oh my God, it's costing you more unless you know what you're doing. It's going to be way more expensive to do this on your own than it is going to be to hire somebody that knows what they're doing, that knows the industry. And really there's nobody else that can do this like we do. We've generated, just to give you an idea, in the last, let's just look in the last 30 days, we've generated almost $1 million for our customers. From June 11 till July 10, $952,000 in bookings. Most of them have IO. Insane. And most of them are paying $1 a click. If you're not running ads with us, then you're missing on your share of this. And hey, I'm going to be blunt here, right? This is money that's on the table. Yes, obviously I want your business, right? Obviously more money is good for me, but the $300 that you pay me is not going to do as much for me as it is going to do for your business, as you guys are seeing. So either you have to, it's one of two things. Either you have to take the time to study this and learn this like I did, which took me literally close to a decade, or you just have to pay somebody else to do it for you. Because as a business owner, you don't want to be jack of all trades. You want to focus on the thing that only you can do, which is hiring, training, creating a culture, buying trucks, right? Figuring all that stuff out. Nobody can do that for you. Only you can do that. Anything that you can delegate to somebody else, you should, right? So I highly recommend you guys consider that. Last thing that we talked about is, how do you lower your cost? How do you lower your cost from Google Ads? Well, a lot of people come to us, and again, they're paying $2, $3, and even if we're running your ads, you still might be high, right? We have a way to bring it down, but there are 3 factors that contribute to your cost per click. Number 1 is your competitors, right? So if I go here, I can see all of my competitors who are running Google Ads, and this is really, really cool. I can see literally, I'm rocking it. I'm getting 60%. Next guy down is getting 18%. I know most of these guys, right? And I already know this is what we look at. We make sure that you're competitive and that you're killing it in your area. So, but it's an auction at the end of the day. If there's a lot of people who run ads in your area, it's going to be more expensive if you're in Austin or Houston than it is if you're going to be somewhere like me in Chicago. It's competitive, but there's not as many places, right? So that's only one factor though, right? That's only one factor. The second factor is the quality of your Google Ads, right? How well you know the system. If you don't know the system, you're going to create crappy ads. And I'm going to be very blunt here. You're going to give a bad experience to people who are searching on Google. So these people, when they're here, when they click, when your ad says, says one thing and then they click on your website. And so let's say your ad says bounce house rentals, and then they land on your website and it does not say bounce house rentals anywhere here, which it does not. And that's a key here. It's like, again, we don't have all the time to go here, but this is how, like, this website is going to get a higher cost per click because you're going to run an ad that says bounce house rentals, New Mexico, but then you come here and it does not say bounce house rentals. Well, Google can't read pictures. Google cannot see that this picture is a picture of a water slide or a bounce house rental. So they're going to assume that you're throwing your customers in for a loop. You're not scamming, but you're telling them one thing and you're taking them somewhere else. So you're going to get a higher cost per click. Google wants to incentivize those companies who have websites that match what they're offering. There's a lot more to that. But that's as far as the ad. And last but not least, it is the website, right? The quality of the website, how fast your website is, how well it's structured, how long people are staying on your website, right? So that's why that website audit is so important. We're not just offering website audits because I want to be nice or because, I just want to give you guys something cool so you guys can sign up for our services. While yes, we definitely want your business, but if you have a good website, you're going to have better results from Google ads and you're going to be happier with my service, right? If you have a crappy website or if it's just not structured well, or if, like ready to throw the ultimate party, what do? Do you offer, tents? Do you offer light fixtures? Do you offer linens? Yeah, you got a water slide here. That may be obvious to me and you, but it's pretty zoomed in. And I mean, is this an indoor place? You'd be surprised. I mean, I'm talking based on data. This website probably has a bounce rate of more than 50%, right? So you have to structure this.
Let me speak to that a little bit, Tariq. One of the things you can do, if you don't want to change your homepage to fit your ad, you can always make a landing page, right? And I don't know if Tariq's talked much about this yet or not, but a landing page is just a page on your website that's specifically you can only get there from the ad, basically. And so when they click that ad has certain keywords in it, that ad has certain descriptions in it, and you're going to match that on that landing page. So if you're talking about water slide rentals for a certain locality in the ad, you want to put that all over that page. Google's going to look at that. It's going to say, hey, this ad matches the page. We're not going to charge as much to get people there because it's a good fit. And then if your bounce rate's good, you'll get a further discount on those Google ads that you're buying. And then the cool thing you can do with a landing page like that is you can kind of restrict their motion, right? So you can remove a lot of links. You can maybe give them a form or something so that they're filling those things out, doing those actions that you want them to do, as opposed to browsing around and getting lost kind of on your site. So that's a really good way to do it. If you haven't experimented with that yet. The other thing you can do is and it gets a little complicated, but you can do A/B testing. So you could have a landing page that kind of flips back and forth between two versions, and you can see what version works the best. And I'm pretty sure Google helps you set something up like that. You just have to have two pages to feed to it, and it'll show you the winner of the result.
I love all of that. We do both of those things. Actually, I wasn't sure if I should go that much in detail, but we do. So in EventHawk, we do have a landing page builder, and I'm going to show you guys my landing page here. So let's see if we go to funnels. So this is my bounce house page. So this is a landing page, exactly like Tim said. And like you see, I'm doing like a split test, 50% here, 50% here testing. But this is a page that I use only for ads, and it's a little out of date right now, but delivering the highest quality bounce houses. This is not even, this is like a test one. Hold on one second. Oh, like that doesn't look right. Party rental funnel me. All right, that looks more like it. This is a landing page that I built 100% of EventHawk for free. Like we didn't charge for this. Orland Park bounce house rentals. Like it's exactly, I'm targeting Orland Park and I have bounce house rentals. Boom. And like Tim said, I've restricted everything here. You can do this in Inflatable Office, right? You can create a page, but this was just one, like I just wanted to restrict it just to only get them to fill out the form because I know that they're more likely to book. And because of that, let's look at our quality score. And that's how I know that I'm doing this right. There is an actual quality score in Google Ads, and I haven't looked at it in a while, so I hope I don't embarrass myself right now. But if I go to keywords, it should give me a quality score out of 10. All right, here we go. Quality score, 10 out of 10 for this keyword, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Water slide jumper is 5 out of 10. That one doesn't get many searches, but 10 out of 10. So you see most of my ads and keywords are 10 out of 10 because I'm doing exactly what Tim said. I've structured everything in a way where it's appealing to customers. So this is all stuff that we're going to teach you. Either we're going to do some of it for you or teach you it, but I hope you guys see the power of having the knowledge, because you could go years thinking you're doing things and you're like, why isn't this working? Maybe it's Google, maybe it's the specific inventory items that I'm buying, but our job is to help you get the data, get the numbers right, and see exactly what you need to do and make it happen. So I hope that this was enlightening for you guys. I hope that that this really kind of opened your eyes to the possibilities, and really it's not that complicated is really what I hope to deliver here, because a lot of times we think it's just this big thing, but it's not that hard, right? Sure, it's hard if you're going to learn it, but for me, it's always, again, time and money. I have to weigh, like, let's say, like, $400 a month. Like, how much is my hour worth? Let's say, like, I got $30 an hour at my job. Would I have to spend more than 10 hours a month, right? Or 20, 15 hours a month doing this to get it right? Or should I just hire somebody? That's what I look at. So it's anything to me, like, for me, the more that my business grew, I started to think anything that can be solved with money is really not a problem, because that's easy, right? It's those big things that you can't solve with money that are an issue, right? Like finding delivery drivers, like you're like, I'll pay 20, 25 bucks and you still can't find somebody. So those are the bigger issues. But again, all this to say, it's not hard. It doesn't take a long time either, which is what I love most about Google Ads. If you're doing SEO, that takes a lot longer for things to kick in. It could take months. And it's not complicated if you have the right systems. Like if you're on Facebook Marketplace right now, you're having to put a lot of time in chasing people around and talking to them and how come they're not booking and is it this button, or do I need to change your website? Do I need to pay so-and-so $3,000 to redo my website? Maybe that'll help. Like it's not it. Like there's a time and place for that, but first get your marketing right. So I hope I delivered on that. So let me know in the chat how you guys found this, and I'll ask again like last time. Do you guys want to do this again? Would you guys like Inflatable Office to invite me on here again and do this? So let me know if you guys want a part 2. Say part 2 in the comments, or part 3. So I got a fist bump from Joe. Jenny said yes. Part 2 from Nikki. Part 3 from Patrick. Yes, sent you a private message from Chris. Chris, I will. If it's on here, I'm probably going to lose it. You might have to find me on Facebook. Appreciate your time. I'd like to do this again. Part 10. All right. So there you go, Tim. So Tim, there's your answer. We're getting a lot of different parts. With that said, any questions that we missed here? I can stay on for a little bit and answer some more questions. Tim, feel free to help me out here or interrupt if there was anything.
Yeah, everybody just saying they want more, so that's not a bad thing. Do you guys have any questions for me either? I know Treat covered a lot of stuff, but I'm willing to answer any questions as well.
So you can put it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and we can unmute it. Evan says, will you email the recording? I will. It will take me some time, but yes, I can do that. I can get the recording and send it to Tim to email it to all you guys. Will I still get the free stuff if I sign up now and I already have Event Hawk? Yes, if you already have Event Hawk, just shoot us a text. You should already have our number. I'll put the number in the chat, 708-401-6465. Again, it's 708-401-6465. Shoot us a text to our business line, and we will we have to do it manually. So I'll share that link one last time here. I'll put it in there. We've got some people who texted already.
One of the questions was, can IO do everything Event Hawk does? No, it cannot. And Event Hawk can't do everything IO does. There's a little bit of overlap. They're good to use together. But you can use either one of them separately too. Just depends on what you're trying to do.
Yep, 100%. Can you restate that about signing up? I think I put the link. I will put the link in here again. I just put it in there in the chat. All right. Yomi said, Tim, just want to say thank you for IO. Great customer service. IO is amazing.
Thank you. We really try hard to do it. It is not an easy job.
Anybody coming to IAPA this year? Raise your hand. Let me know who's excited about it. It's going to be right around the corner. Jeff said, thank you both. Chris is going to IAPA. IO will have a booth at IAPA. Event Hawk will have a booth at IAPA. I know IO. Sure, we're gonna throw some parties for you guys. Get a bunch of yeses. Awesome. If you don't know what IAPA is, then look for more info in the groups. We will share some info. There's one thing we forgot to do, actually. One thing I like to do. I don't know if we did this last time, Tim. Let's take a picture. Everybody, turn on your cameras. Let's put a big smile on. Turn on your camera for just a second, even if you got your camera off. And let's take a picture just for the gram here, just for the memories. So everybody, all right, we might have to do a couple pictures because we have a couple pages here. All right, so Maurice, you're on the first page, buddy. I need you to turn on your camera. Now, Maurice, I don't know if that's which Maurice that is. We got Shakira, Maurice. You guys are the only ones without a camera. We got a couple black screens. I'm calling you guys out. All right, we're gonna take a picture in 3, 2, 1. Smile. Boom. All right. All right, I think we got everybody who got their camera on. Thank you guys. I will send that picture over to Tim as well, so you can have it. Leah says, thank you for all the great information. You're welcome, Leah. Cody says, does that include Event Hawk and IO if we got both already and we sent a message? IO is totally separate billing than Event Hawk and Google Ads. Like Tim said, think about Inflatable Office as your website, your booking software. Event Hawk is what's going to help propel that and push that forward. Event Hawk essentially is going to help get your IO website in front of more eyeballs, in front of more people. That's just what we specialize in. And interestingly, fun fact, Event Hawk was literally built around IO. I had an Inflatable Office and I kept asking Tim to create new features, and he did. And eventually he got sick of me. He's like, listen, man, we're not a marketing company. We're a website company. You're going to need to do something else. So I did. And when I did, Tim was awesome enough to see the value in what we did. And now we're working together. But it's a great combination because really it just gels so well together. Whoa, 15 years with IO. Amazing, man. That's how long you guys been in business, Tim? How old is IO?
I think she's saying she's gone to IAPA for 15 years, maybe, but we have been around since 2006. 2004 is when I started writing it. I actually had a rental company myself and wrote it for myself to start with. So just a little history. So quite a few years.
For your own rental company, you did bounce houses and all that stuff?
I did bounce houses, rock walls, bungee trampolines, sumo, all that stuff. I did the drill. I did 24-hour work days where I went to after proms and field days back to back.
Jeez.
I've been there.
Not doing that anymore. Did you end up selling your company?
I did sell my company. Yep.
Awesome. Kathy says, Tim, I love your flag. I don't know which flag she's talking about.
Don't tread on me. Yes, I'm a big libertarian, and not for drug use, but for taxes.
When does the transition happen from IO to Event Hawk? You want to clarify that, Tim? I don't think
I think they're asking about the customer experience, maybe. So when a customer is going into, comes into IO, how do they get into Event Hawk so that you can kind of work with them? It sounds like. Okay. If that's not true, can you clarify?
Yeah, clarify the question. If you're asking when customers go from IO to Event Hawk, it's usually like the API runs every 5 minutes, I believe you said.
Yes, every 5 minutes the automations will run. So
yeah, so every 5 minutes it'll update. So if that's what you're asking, then that's how that works.
Wow, 10 years ago, Chris, that was quite a ways back. Yeah, I used to be a one-man show for a while. So glad it's not like that anymore. We can do a lot more now for you.
Yes, and that's that's great. Hopefully you guys can. I'm learning as I've transitioned from, and I think it's interesting. It's been an interesting journey going from having the bounce house company to also, similar to Tim, having a software company. You learn from the software world a lot of more value of teams and how to kind of lead teams and do all that. And yeah, I mean, my bounce house company pretty much, I mean, we have a manager that pretty much runs the company. I was working, we had to, we lost him recently, so my wife's back in the office, but it was at the time, it was like 1 hour a week is what I would work. So there's hope. That was pretty great. And again, in Chicago of all places. But well, this was great. Thank you guys very much. If you guys are interested in more of this stuff, look me up on YouTube. We have a ton of videos for party rental companies. You can look up Tariq or Event Hawk. If you look up the Event Hawk YouTube channel, we've got tons of webinars like this on all kinds of stuff, from how to prepare for off season to how to improve your website to a lot of other stuff like this. So definitely check that out. I will, within the week or so, I will get this recording together. I'll have Tim email it out to you guys, and then we'll go from there. I'm getting some requests about extending this. I will, again, depending on how many signups we get, I can't promise. So if it's something that you guys are serious about, I definitely would recommend, just so that there's no delay, even if we do extend it, with getting the website optimized. So we'll see from there. But other than that, I think that about wraps it up. Anything else to add, Tim?
No, I don't think so. Thank you all for coming. It was really cool to see everybody here, see your interest. I think it's important just to note that you don't buy either Event Hawk or IO and things just happen. You got to put in some work and ask some questions, and get people to help you that are also using it, and then get us to help you too. We're happy to help. We want to see you guys succeed. So
Well said. Well said. Just like you don't buy inflatables and they deliver themselves, right? You gotta,
that's correct.
all the other thing. All right, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much for having me, Tim. Thank you guys, everybody. Enjoy your evening, and we will hopefully do another one soon. Thank you, guys.